Hello gents. As you may know, there are a lot of hammocks out there to choose from. And if you start shopping around, you might get overwhelmed by all the choices. But don't worry, I'm here for you. For the last several days, me and the Man Caucus have been out here testing out a variety of hammocks. I have compiled the feedback from each member of the Man Caucus as we've rotated through these hammocks so that I can give you an objective look at each one. Now, I'm not going to comment too much on the setup of each hammock. I'm not going to show you how to set them up. If you want videos on how to set these hammocks up, those videos are out there. I'm going to focus more on the comfort of each one as you sleep in it. We're going to look at hammocks from Eno, Kamik, Active Roots, Hennessy, and Jacks Are Better. And if you stick around, I might just have a surprise 6th hammock that we'll look at the end. Join me. This first one I want to show you is by Eno Eagles Nest Outfitters out of Asheville, North Carolina. They've been selling hammocks since 1999. This is the single nest. It weighs 1 pound and 11 ounces with the straps. The hammock is $60. The straps are $20. Now they have a lot of different hammocks and a lot of different straps, but this is the single nest and these are the slap straps. I do not like this hammock. I have tried to like this hammock. I've had it for about 5 years. I've given it a lot of chances. The main issue I have with this hammock is these slap straps, they stretch. When you lay in this hammock, as you can see, I have it pretty tight right now, but when you lay down, it stretches way down, and before long, your butt's on the ground. That's not how it's supposed to work. For $80 for this setup, I would like to get in a hammock and be comfortable. Now, the single nest, they say it's for one person. I am a slightly larger than average build person, but I'm not huge. It's way too small for me. This would make a good kid hammock if you had better straps that don't stretch, because it even stretches when my 10-year-old sleeps in it. Let me demonstrate for you. It's fairly comfortable when you first lay in it, but if you want to sleep in this thing, you can't get a pad under you and get it to stay still with a sleeping bag on top of it with this much room. It's just not enough room. Now, I've had others sleep in it to test it to see if it's just my big butt that makes it stretch. Nope. Smaller people than me, including my little son, other people, they report the same thing. When they get in this thing and lay in it, before long, their butt's on the ground. If I was in here for another half an hour, my butt would be touching the ground. The straps have a loop every 16 inches or so. It's not quite enough. I like straps that have a lot more options than this. At least a loop in between every one would be nice. But Eno Slap Strap Pro. Don't buy it. If you want to go Eno, get the double nest and get different straps than these Slap Strap Pro. Get something a little more beefy. But if this is the style of hammock you want, I would suggest getting one that's better quality that doesn't cost as much. This is the Active Roots camping hammock. To me, this is everything that Eno is trying to do, only better. This is a double-size hammock. It's less than half the price of the single nest Eno though. This is $34.95, so $35, and that includes these straps. These are great straps. They got a lot more options than the other one. I love this one. It's big enough. You can get a pad in there. You can be comfortable all night long in it. It doesn't sag. They call these Kodiak straps. As you can see, you got plenty of options on where you're going to put the hammock. You got a loop after loop after loop. This weighs 2 pounds 4 ounces with the straps. It's got a lifetime guarantee. And Active Roots, every time you buy a hammock, they give some money to save elephants. So if you like elephants, obviously this is the choice. This would make a great first hammock. It would also make a great last hammock. For the price point, I really recommend you give this one a try. Hey, want a discount off an already good price? Then enter the code JOEL15 at checkout and you'll get 15% off of your Active Roots hammock. How about that? This is the Kamik. They're out of Austin, Texas. This company started when the founder of the company was sleeping in another hammock. It ripped and he fell out, landed on the ground. And at that moment he decided, I'm making a better hammock. I can do better than this. And this Kamik Roo Double is one of their best selling ones. And I really like it. It's the same style as the last two that we looked at, but it's got a little bit better fabric. This is Lunar Wave Ripstop fabric is what they call it. This has really nice straps. These are called Python 10 because they're 10 feet long. They also sell longer ones, but I don't think you need one unless you're going to be really far. I got a fair distance between these trees and I still got plenty of slack left in them. This Rude Double weighs 1 pound and 14 ounces with the straps. They have these nice climbing grade carabiners. Got their little kangaroo logo on there. And here's a closer look at this Lunar Wave Ripstop fabric. The stuff sack is waterproof, so if it rains or if you have a water bottle spill inside your pack, your hammock's going to stay dry. As you can see, I got plenty of room in here. It's made for 2 people, but I wouldn't recommend 2 people overnight. Just 2 people for a little cuddle session or something like that would work. Again, these straps, they don't sag at all. They hold tight. When you first get in it, that's the distance you're going to be from the ground all night long. Kamik hammocks also have a lifetime warranty, but you have to register for them though, so don't forget. And like the other 2 that I already showed you, setup for this is a cinch. You can have the thing up in about a minute. This Rude Double is 99 bucks and these Python 10 straps are 29 bucks. So you can have all this for about $130 and I think it's really worth it. This is the Hennessy Expedition Zip. For $160 you get the hammock and the rainfly. The thing that makes this one unique is it has a zippable bug net. And when you're inside, you lay asymmetrically. Instead of laying with your head on one end and your feet on the other end, you angle your body this way, putting your head here and your feet down there. It makes for a flatter lay. Inside, you've got this ridge line that runs across. You got a little pocket to hold your crap that you can slide around if you want to. This is the rainfly that it comes with. It's not huge, but it's big enough. You can get these snake skins, and sometimes they come with it for free. What the snake skins do when you're putting it away is you slide this over the whole hammock. There's one on each end. And it makes for really easy storage when you put it into the stuff sack. Hennessy is out of British Columbia. I think for $160, this is a really good value. Now, setup on this one is not quite as simple as the other hammocks I'm showing you. When you set it up, you have a strap that goes around the tree and a rope that's attached to the hammock that you lash to the strap. So you actually have to do a little knot tying with this one, but it's really not that bad. Of all the hammocks I've shown you in this video, this one does take the longest to put up just because of the way it ties up. And I've seen some people make some alterations to this, add some carabiners to the end to make it a little easier to set up, but it's not necessary. If you can't tie a few knots, I mean, come on. It's not that bad. I'm laying in here inside the Expedition Zip now. Got it all zipped up, the bug net. And I'm really laying flat right now. Flatter than you do in most other hammocks. It's pretty awesome. Now, the only criticism I have is that it took me a little while to get used to, but I guess that's on me. I like to have a pad underneath and then be in a sleeping bag. To get everything aligned correctly took me a few minutes of wriggling around until I got it right. To get the pad to stay under me and the mummy bag to be up on top of me and then me laying the right direction. It wasn't super easy at first, but once I got used to it, it was nice. This is the Jax R Better system, and I know you can't see it very well right now because it's got a huge tarp over it. It's got a 10-foot by 11-foot tarp on it. And inside, here's the hammock with the underquilt. I'm going to go ahead and remove this tarp so you can get a really good look at the hammock. I got the tarp all into the stuff sack here. Now here's the hammock. You've got the Mount Washington underquilt here to keep you warm on the bottom. You've got the zip-on bug net on top. these suspension bars that keep it separated so that you can lay flat without getting pinched. It's a truly lay flat system that's very comfortable. It's unique from any other hammock that I've seen, and I really like it. Let me tell you a little bit about Jack's Are Better. This is a company out of Virginia. It was started by two guys named Jack. One of them was a retired full bird colonel, the other a rocket scientist. They designed these hammocks, these really high quality hammocks. And then I recently talked to the new owner. His name is Don. He bought the company. He said that he used Hennessy hammock for a long time, but then he found out about Jack's Are Better and how superior they were, and he loves it. He's never looked back. He slept in these things for hundreds of nights. I showed you the tarp, the 11 by 10 foot tarp. Huge tarp, man. You put that thing over this, you've got a whole campsite under here. That tarp is $145. The hammock itself, this Bear Mountain Bridge hammock, is $195. And the Mount Washington underquilt, there's a few different ones. This one is a $260 underquilt. Now, this is the only time I've ever slept in a hammock without having a pad in there to keep the bottom part of me warm. I love this underquilt idea. Laying with that underquilt under there, it doesn't get jammed, the downs doesn't get flat, so you stay warm the whole night. I love that. This hammock is designed to hold a 250-pound person up to 6 foot 3 inches comfortably, and it holds me very comfortably. Now, one thing I also want to tell you about this company is that they support veterans' causes. They use some of their proceeds to benefit veterans, which I think is pretty awesome. Let me give you an idea of what the weight of this is. The hammock itself is 2 pounds 8 ounces. If you add the tarp onto that, it's going to be 3 pounds and 10 ounces. And if you add the underquilt, the whole package is going to be 4 pounds and 15 ounces. So the weight kind of gets up there. It might not be a lightweight thing that you want to do for backpacking, but really perfect for camping. I'm a big fan of this company. I'm really glad I found them. And you know, to me, Jack's Are Better. This is the serious hammockers company. If you're ready to get serious, if you want to up your hammock game to the next level, I really do recommend Jack's Are Better. Look how well this bug net works. I'm glad that thing's not crawling all over me right now. I got one more hammock to show you. Hey, I'm JW. Wake up.
Hey. What's up, Joel Nert?
What a beautiful hammock. Did you make this yourself?
I did. So one of the things that always driven me crazy about hammocks is they weren't manly enough. And so when I set out to create this hammock, I wanted to make sure it was the manliest hammock that was out there. This is what happens every time when I set this hammock up and I bring it out. Everybody comes over and they oogle it and they awe it and they just think it looks amazing and they want to know more about it. So let me teach you some really great features about this. People always complain, oh, the hooks they're not strong enough. Oh, they're crappy. Well, this is made from a reclaimed hook that I found somewhere. Look at that. That thing is high quality hooks.
That's solid. That ain't going nowhere.
It ain't going nowhere. This rope, you want it adjustable? Man, maybe you need to have this length. Maybe you need to tie another knot. You can tie as many knots as you want. These old rods, they came from my closet. I was like, well, I don't need to hang clothes up. I need a hammock more. Another really great thing that makes this amazing, every time you go, you just pull out your ratchet strap from your own truck. And if that's not manly, I don't know what is. This has a lot of really great features, but one of the features that I'm most proud about, your very own bananas that go with it. So if you're ever wondering, middle of the night, I need to eat something, it's got all these wonderful strings to tie things to, and sure enough, you can just peel that open, eat all day long. This here's the I'm JW's Banana Hammock. If you want one, I'm not going to make it for you. You want to be manly, you got to do it yourself. By having someone make your hammock for you, that's not manly. So go out and make a I'm JW's Banana Hammock on your own.
Okay, and here we have the sexiest hammock model of all time. Look at this. My, oh my, oh! It's too much. I can't take it anymore.